Well, hi, and welcome to Dr. Wilson's Educational Applications of Technology course. I'm so glad that you are joining me for this semester. I think it's going to be a really wonderful time, and I'm going to try to do an overview for you of the course. Let me first of all say I apologize for not being there in person. You may have noticed that this course is a hybrid course. Which means it meets 50% of the time online and 50% of the time face-to-face. This semester, because I've had to take some medical leave, I am doing my online classes first, and then we will round up and do face-to-face on the tail end of the course. So it's important for you to know what to do when and how to do it, and I don't want you with any questions, although I'm easily accessible by email, so feel free to ask questions. You'll see over on this left-hand side, this is your course, and there is a syllabus. I'll come back to that right here at the very end, but what you should know is that we will start we'll start getting acquainted with each other using the Student Cafe, where I want for you to post a question or a little bit about yourself with a picture. You can see I've put my post here, and I would like for you to respond to that with your posts. And then each week, you're going to follow the modules. So if you look in Module 1 will last for 4 weeks. And in the breakdown I've given you, so you're meeting today for a short period of time with a faculty member that's kind of standing in my place, which I appreciate so much, Dr. McGoy and Dr. Fontenot. But this class, you will... everything you need is in this folder for this class. So while we're only meeting a short period of time for this class, most of your resources are online. You'll look here always in the Learning Resources folder first for each week. So I would do that at the beginning of each week so that you're sure of what you need to be doing. The reading assignment is here. There's an overview of each of the activities that you need to do so that it's easy to see. And if you look up at the top, this top bar is called a breadcrumb. You can go back to the Week 1 folder, and there are supplemental resources available to you here in the middle, always. And then you want to be sure you go to the Lesson Activities folder and click on every single thing and be sure you've turned in everything within the Activities folder. So you do have a week to do all of the things within this Activities folder, but you might get started early. Do your readings the beginning of the week. There's video tutorials. None of them are very long, but they help you with what you're going to be required to do. You can see here's the Student Cafe that I want you to post on, so that's within this Week 1 folder. There's an online discussion after you watch this video that I want you to have. So you click on it, and then you go in and based on watching, you will respond and create a thread to the prompt that you just saw. And let me go back. And the first assignment that is due is you're going to create a collage that tells a story about you using Word. You need to be able to use the 10 tips. And I've always, in each of these, there's a discussion. There are directions right here for everything you need to do in the assignment. there's a linked rubric, and so when you click on it, there's a place for you to submit. Now, something different about this class is I want you all to learn from each other. And so quite often as you complete assignments, you will not only turn them into me for a grade, and I'll give you feedback on every one of your assignments that you turn in, but you also will go into the discussion forum and post it there to share with your classmates. I think you're going to be teachers, and it's helpful for you to begin to see what is the variety of work that's turned in based on the particular assignment, and what does that look like? You know, how would you evaluate it based on the rubric? And so you get to see other students work in here because they're all creative. You know, I can tell very quickly if you've copied someone, but really these are all assignments that should help you prepare to be a really good teacher using technology in the classroom. So I hope that you focus on the activities and on sharing and learning from each other. Maybe it'll help raise the bar for your own submissions. But remember, by the time the week is over, you need to have clicked on and submitted something for every assignment in this area. Now, let's look a little bit at the syllabus. And I'll tell you, our syllabi right now are giant. They're packed with all kinds of standards just to show why we're teaching what we're teaching and how they meet requirements. So you will see all of that information here shortly. Notice this is the book that you need to purchase. There are some online ways to get this, or rent the book if that's something you want to do. You can see our goals and purposes and course objectives, and then come all the standards. So we're not only meeting Texas teacher standards, we're meeting also national standards in both the field of pedagogy but also technology integration. And you can see Texas has their own technology application standards that all teachers should be able to know and do. And there's just international standards, all kinds of things here. So that's why it's a long syllabus. But the important pieces for you probably begin here on page 7, and if you wanted to print anything, I think that's where I would print, like pages 7 to 9. But here's the assessment of learning, so how you will be assessed and what objectives are being met by the different assignments that we've given. And then down here, there is the point chart, how you're going to earn your grade, more or less. And so everything is here. If you might want to print this, for sure, put things in your calendar for these dates so that you know when to turn things in. And I'll be sending out weekly reminders by email of what you need to accomplish as well. As always, if you have questions, I am just an email away, and I want very much to help you. The rubrics are here at the end, and I tell my students, you know, in some classes, maybe getting an A and how to get an A is a mystery. But in my course, and in our education courses, really, we give you rubrics so that you can show mastery. We want you to master all the topics and make A's, you know, so you shouldn't turn anything in. Let me get to the end here. You shouldn't turn anything in without looking at the rubric and seeing, now, how am I, you know, showing my proficiency in each of these areas. So depending upon the activity and the assignment, you should see immediately how it's going to be graded. So each rubric is here, but remember, each rubric is also loaded in Blackboard for you to see before you turn in the assignment. So I'm hoping, while I know that you all may be great technology users socially, and maybe even somewhat professional technology users, you know, in a a professional setting. So you've been a student for a while, you've been submitting papers, blah, blah, blah. So this time in this course, I want to flip your attention to being able to guide and direct students to learn how to use technology. And that means kids as young as, kindergarten, using technology all the way through high school in creative ways so that they will become great technology users themselves. You've probably come through a system where you didn't always have a teacher that did that. But we don't want to graduate any teachers that aren't able to do that. So this is your time to let it shine, show us what you know, incorporate it and learn how to use it as a teaching tool so that you will become the best teacher you can be. I hope that you don't have any problems. Email me if you need to, and I will see you in October face-to-face. So thanks so much for listening to this, and have a super semester.